market. You could have bought something outside.
There's no farmer's market here.
There's no local coffee in Columbus at all.
No,
There's
not
no
near my house.
non-billionaire coffee distributors.
No, and I think that
You
distributor.
could have gotten local, huh? You could have gone That Guy Donuts. They don't serve Starbucks coffee. The point is, it's very easy to critique billionaires while you swish your Starbucks latte back and forth. Made possible by a guy that wanted to become a billionaire. Why? Because of a profit motive.
This was made possible by the workers who made it, not by some
no, it's
guy.
actually made possible by you, the consumer. The workers wouldn't have a job if you didn't buy their product. And guess what? It took Howard Schultz to risk everything, take out 2 mortgages on his house.
The bartender, because that job is just as important as manipulating money on the stock market.
Is it factually inaccurate?
What?
Is it factually inaccurate that she was a bartender?
No, that's
Why is it
accurate.
disgusting?
What?
So why is it disgusting?
You can call the
I think
president a
it's-
billionaire real estate developer. I don't care.
College campuses are often described as arenas for open debate, where competing ideas collide and test one another. But every so often, those debates reveal something bigger than just the back and forth on stage that I end this case. Charlie Kirk faces off against a pair of students who proudly identify as socialists. What unfolds isn't just a spirited argument. It's a snapshot of the larger national divide over capitalism, socialism, and the future of economic policy in America.
Have a cure to diabetes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to sell that cure in the marketplace?
I would want to distribute it to everyone for free.
But
That's
how?
why I'm in the field, because
But
I would.
Can you
I
name
want.
one example of one thing that's ever been given out for free by the government? Because there's nothing that's free. It's paid for by somebody at some point at some level of distribution.
Okay, I mean, how about Jeff Bezos, who has like $50 billion or something?
Way more
He
than
can
that.
afford to pay for that,
100
right?
billion. How did Jeff Bezos get his money?
By exploiting his laborers and not paying them enough,
Why, if he's exploiting them, why do they work for him?
because they don't have another
But
opportunity to
there's
get
more
a job.
job openings available in America than actually people we have to fill the jobs. There's 7 million job openings. People at Amazon say they love their jobs. Their wages are going up. They get health care. They get health insurance. They get promoted.
I mean,
average
you
wage at
cannot
Amazon is
honestly
$30
believe, like,
an hour.
can you really in good faith say that that's a
Have
good
you-
job that
have-
people like?
Have
is
you ever
work-
used Amazon?
No, I actually,
Never.
no, I don't
But
buy
you
from
just
them.
use Starbucks.
Okay.
So Starbucks, that's a billionaire. You know how rich Howard Schultz is? Worth $5 billion. So you're participating in his exploitation.
Starbucks
How
has
dare
better
you?
working conditions for their employees, though,
Well, how do you know that?
because they have like a $15 minimum wage.
From the very start, the stage is set with a sharp irony. A group of students is passionately speaking out, insisting that wealthy business owners take advantage of workers. Yet at the same time, many of them are holding cups of Starbucks, an empire built by one of those very billionaires. This clash doesn't escape Charlie's attention. He quickly calls out the contradiction, reminding the audience that you can't condemn the system of capitalism while actively buying into it every single day. The moment he draws this line, the discussion takes on a whole new energy. What was once just a casual back and forth suddenly turns into a heated exchange, as Charlie's point forces the students to confront a hard reality. The debate shifts gears, moving from slogans to a deeper question. Can you really criticize a system while still benefiting from it? That's the spark that pushes the conversation into more serious territory.
Starbucks billionaire good, Amazon billionaire bad. Just sort of.
I would not like either of them to be
Then
billionaires.
why are you buying Starbucks? You're participating in the market economy.
Well, it's impossible to buy things without participating in the
Hold on a
market
second.
economy.
You could have went to a farmer's market. You could have bought something outside.
There's no farmer's market here.
There's no local coffee in Columbus at all.
No,
There's
not
no
near my house.
non-billionaire coffee distributors.
No, and I
You
think
could have
that
gotten
just.
a Kirk. You could have gotten local, huh? You could have gone That Guy Donuts. They don't serve Starbucks coffee. The point is, it's very easy to critique billionaires while you swish your Starbucks latte back and forth. Made possible by a guy that wanted to become a billionaire. Why? Because of a profit motive.
This was made possible by the workers who made it, not by some
no, it's
guy.
actually made possible by you, the consumer. The workers wouldn't have a job if you didn't buy their product. And guess what? It took Howard Schultz to risk everything, take out 2 mortgages on his house, to start Starbucks in Seattle on a total idea when people thought he was nuts and crazy, so that you can sip your latte and tell me how much you hate capitalism.
I actually never said that.
You said the workers should own the means of production, and you said that you want government to run healthcare. So
I didn't say that either, although I do believe that the workers should own the means
So
of
you do
production.
I just think it's pretty disgusting that you referred to AOC as the bartender, because that job is just as important as manipulating money on the stock
Is
market.
it factually
so-
inaccurate?
What?
Is it factually inaccurate that she was a bartender?
No, that's
Why is it
accurate.
disgusting?
What?
So why is it disgusting?
You can call the
I think
president a
it's-
billionaire real estate developer. I don't care.
I think it's demeaning to her by just calling her a bartender. You know?
It's demeaning to talk about someone's work history.
No, but the way you said it made it sound like that's
Okay,
job
I used to
means
bartend
less.
and waitress, so what's your question?
Okay. Never mind, but
Then comes the real curveball. The students push back, arguing that jobs don't actually exist in any meaningful way, claiming people don't have genuine choices in the workforce. It sounds convincing at first, but the host steps in with some important context. He explains that yes, job postings do exist, yet the reality on the ground is far more complicated. For many young graduates, especially in fields like technology, the pathway is blocked by outsourcing and loopholes in visa programs that favor cheaper labor. This doesn't fully undercut Charlie's argument, but it certainly adds a layer of gray to what seemed like a black and white conversation. Suddenly, the discussion isn't just about capitalism in theory. It's about how the system operates in practice, and how opportunity can look very different depending on who you are. And then, the conversation takes another sharp turn. The infamous AOC bartender moment comes up, where simply referencing her past job is branded as insulting. But Charlie pushes back, clarifying that pointing to someone's work history isn't meant as disrespect. It's a matter of fact. His point is that background and qualifications shape credibility, and pretending otherwise is part of an emotional framing strategy rather than a rational argument. This pivot exposes the heart of the clash. One side leans heavily on feelings and perception, while the other insists on grounding the debate in facts and definitions. It's this tension that keeps the audience hooked, as every exchange peels back another layer of how these narratives are built.
also I was wondering, Candace, why you didn't debate Kyle Klinsky from Secular Talk. What he says is that he was in coordination with the people at Politicon, and they actually said that you weren't ready for debates.
Okay, so this is one of the weirdest internet rumors I've ever heard about myself. I didn't attend Politicon. I didn't attend Politicon because I was in my sister's wedding. So I don't know why someone thought I was debating someone in California when I had a wedding in Connecticut, but I never, it's just an internet myth.
Will you do it next year?
I don't really, is he, who's Kyle Klinsky?
Yeah, it's kind of like punching down for Candace, to be honest. So
I'd like to debate AOC.
I respectfully disagree.
I'll take a Democrat candidate. We're not, I mean,
I talked to Kylie's and I talked to him on stage. We debated. It was fine. It was fun.
just
But
kind of like
Candace says
trolling
Yeah.
a little bit. So there's,
Also, Mike Gravel 2020.
thank you for your question.
All right, let's pull together what unfolded in those clips. At the heart of Charlie Kirk's argument lies a simple but firm claim. Capitalism, while far from perfect, produces opportunities, innovation, and livelihoods that competing systems struggle to match. He drives this home with everyday examples. Each time students grab a coffee, click buy now on Amazon, or post on social media through their iPhones, they are participating in the very marketplace they're criticizing. That irony isn't minor. It's the cornerstone of the whole debate. It explains why Charlie's strategy works so effectively. He doesn't have to bury the conversation in complicated theories. Instead, he points directly to what people are already doing, showing that their own habits betray their arguments. On the flip side, the students try to frame their case around exploitation, inequality, and the image of billionaires as villains who hoard wealth while ordinary workers struggle. But when pressed for substance, their reasoning struggles to stand on solid ground. Charlie poses sharp questions. If exploitation is the core problem, why remain in those jobs? If billionaires are inherently corrupt, why single out Amazon while lining up at Starbucks? These contradictions leave the students circling back to the same place, raising grievances without offering genuine alternatives. And here lies the central weakness. Debates need not just criticism, but workable solutions, and that element was missing from their side of the argument. The host's input about outsourcing, visa loopholes, and graduate unemployment adds an important wrinkle. He's right to point out that the labor market is messy, and many qualified